So, you know, I said I wasn't going to go to Gibraltar. Been there, done that. Guess where we are? Yeah, we're at La Linea, obviously right on the border with Gibraltar. But look at this park up. Can you see all the motorhomes behind me? I mean, we are in the marina. I mean, it's like luxury VIP style. It's a beautiful location. Sorry, it looks like Koa's about to jump in the marina. Koa! Oh God, every time I start filming, he's off. The rock is just over there. But the sun's over there, so I don't know. Let's go that way. I don't know if you'll see it or not. Can you see the rock? Yeah, you can. There you go. So we're in the marina. And yeah, I was like, was driving when we left Tarifa. We were driving and you could see it, and the weather again is beautiful. So I thought to myself, you know, if I was going to go into Gibraltar, what am I missing? What do I need? Yes, obviously there's English supermarkets. I think there's a Morrison's, maybe an Asda, but obviously I'd have Koa with me. I'm not going to drive in. I'll park outside and walk across the border, which in itself is interesting because you have to walk across, obviously, Gibraltar airport's runway. So that'll be cool. I've seen a few EasyJets landing. But the one thing that I didn't do in the UK, sorry, there's a couple of flies around, I didn't do in the UK was have fish and chips. I suddenly realised, you know, I had English breakfast and pub grub and all that kind of stuff and Scotch eggs and pork pies, but I never had fish and chips. So I was like, well, okay, that's a good enough reason to stop at Gibraltar for the night. Just the one night. It's €15. I mean, there's grey and black water disposal, but that's it. No electricity, no showers, there's toilets. So yeah, I mean, you're going to get a little look-see at Gibraltar. We won't be going up the rock. Obviously there's the monkeys, and I don't think monkeys and Koa will mix very well. I'm guessing he's not allowed up there anyway, and I'd done that, I don't know when it was, 15 years ago. So we'll have a wander around the streets. We will definitely be finding some Guinness. We will be having fish and chips for a late lunch, early dinner. And then tomorrow we're going to leave the coast and head inland a bit. We're going to start going up into the mountains, heading towards Ronda, the old Pueblo Blanca. So seeing a few of the whitewashed villages, and yeah, just getting back into nature, away from the towns and cities. So that's the plan. Oh, there's a man in a golf buggy, I think probably coming to tell me that I've got to put Ko on a lead. So yes. Man on his golf buggy told me Koa had to be on a lead. We're in the middle of a marina. There's no one around. I mean, you can see behind me it's just open tarmac, and yet he's got to be on a lead. What a shame. So we'll have to find somewhere else so he can stretch his legs. I mean, he had 10 minutes, but yeah, a bit disappointing. Anyway, we'll have a look at some of these boats, and then we'll head over to Gibraltar and fish and chips. This is the crazy bit. This is where we have to walk across the airstrip to get into Gibraltar, or onto Gibraltar. Well, we're in Gibraltar, we've done customs. But yeah, we're about to walk across the runway. Crazy. So I knew Koa wouldn't be allowed on the cable car, but we walked up here just to ask the question, you know, if we walk up the rock, you know, are dogs allowed? And she said only if they're kept in cars, because the monkeys will attack a dog and bite them. So she said it's not recommended. So yeah, as I suspected, but I thought I'd double check. We will not be going up the rock by cable car or on foot. So let's go find a pint of Guinness somewhere instead. that time we're waiting for our fish and chips. Okay, I'm going to keep my voice down, but it's not the best. It's a bit fatty, oily. The batter on the fish is pretty naff, if I'm honest with you. But it'll fill a hole, huh? Irish bar don't sell Guinness. You have to have Caffrey's in a Guinness glass. I've never had Caffrey's. It's alright though. I prefer Guinness. Okay, so we have left Gibraltar, we have left the coast, and we are leaving behind for the time being anything too big in terms of towns and cities. We're heading back into the mountains. The final destination, not today, but in the next couple of days, will be Ronda, because it just looks amazing. But we're currently heading to a place called Colmenar, or Colmenar, I think it is. I'll put the link below, as I always do. It's a tiny little village by the looks of it. I'm sure it'll be very pretty, but I'm not expecting too much. But the reason we're going there is for co-op. There is a gorge walk, not massive. I believe it's about 5 kilometers, so 5k in, 5k out, that's going to be 10. But a beautiful gorge walk following obviously a river into the gorge, where apparently then it opens out. You know, there's like a little area where I think in the summer people swim. I don't think I'll be swimming. It's going to be way too cold for that. I'm sure Koa will. But yeah, I have just had enough for the time being of, you know, big urbanizations, shall we say. So let's get back into nature. A little bit more off the beaten track, a bit of wild camping, and just have a bit more of a relaxing time. You know, walking around the towns and the cities is lovely, but it's actually quite tiring. And sometimes I'm like, God, there's so much to film. What do you film? You know, so let's get some more natural nature footage. Let the crazy boy have a run. It'll just be nice to get some fresh air and you know, a little bit of solitude. So that's it, we're on our way. It's an hour exactly according to Google, which in the Doctor, well, that'll be an hour 20. We're in no rush. It's another beautiful day. So let's crack on and get to Colmenar. Okay, so here we are, Colmenar. Don't worry, we didn't arrive by train. We are on the platform though. We are parked literally right by the side of this little train station. It has a super clean toilet, I guess, because it's never used. But what a pretty little town. We will explore later. But our main priority, as I said, was to do this gorge hike. So while the weather is good, it's a little bit windy. I'm hoping we can get the drone up. But anyway, while the weather is good, we're going to set off and see if we can find it and explore this hike. And then probably later this evening, we'll go into town. So stay tuned, but let's go walking, let's go hiking and find, hopefully, a wonderful gorge. Okay, so I think this path behind us is the right one to get to the gorge. There was one sign in town saying this way, and then nothing until we got on this path. And now we've got the red, green and white markings. So I'm just assuming we're going the right way. So let's go see if it is or not. I just realised I brought water for Koa, but nothing for me. I think I'll be lapping out of the dog bowl with him at this rate, because it's pretty warm now that we're out of the wind in amongst the trees and the bushes. It's pretty warm. Yet again, nice move, Rich. What a plonker. Getting down close to the river, I can hear it quite clearly now. So I've just popped Koa back on his lead. He's more than welcome to go in, but obviously it is some kind of rapid, some kind of torrent. So I want to see how strong it is, obviously, before I let the crazy boy go and explore. So it might be that I have to keep him on the lead, and when we find like some little calm pools or something like that, then obviously we'll let him off. But for now, he's back on the lead, so he's not happy. Okay, we've found it just around this corner. Are you ready? Let's go. God, just look at this place. Unbelievable. There's nobody here. The water is crystal clear. I want to go in. And I know in the summer people do. You can probably see Koa jumping around in the background. You can see just here there's like a little weir, I guess. Koa! He's going crazy, he's loving it. And obviously it gets a little bit fast. Sorry. Look at him, little monkey. The water gets a little bit faster, but from the weir here, oh my God, look at this. Can you see how calm that is? And people swim up there in the summer, and this area behind me, I'll just spin around. Okay, it's not sand, it's little pebbles. But whoa, I mean, for the sake of I don't know, it took us probably about an hour to get here. What a place, what a place, beautiful. Oh, out of breath, hot as well. Down in the gorge it was cold because we was in the shade and the water was freezing. Koa's obviously got no sense and no feeling. Anyway, we're making our way out of the gorge back into the village of El Colmenar for a well-deserved caña and maybe a plate or two of tapas, let's see. But anyway, what a spectacular walk. Really enjoyed it. Not super long, like I said, it's about an hour in, hour out, but well worth it. And I can imagine in the summer swimming up that gorge would be stunning. Maybe we'll have to come back. Anyway, where's that caña? Cheers. Patatas bravas, a prawn skewer, and we have some albondigas meatballs still to come. Okay, finally the albondigas came with chips. Wasn't expecting that. It's like a little meal in itself. Oh well, I'm sure we can manage. Okay, so we've left El Colmenar. Pretty little village, but really not a lot going on this time of year. When we came back from the hike, as you saw, we had a couple of beers, some tapas, that was lovely, then the sunset. And this time of year, before the sun comes up, and obviously once the sun goes down, it does get chilly. So we headed back to the van. I was like, oh, let's go into town. You know, it was about, I don't know, 7:30. Let's have a little wander into town, but no, everything was closed, nothing, not even a little cafe bar was open. So anyway, the hike was amazing, that's what we went for. But we have moved on, and I mean, just check out again this park up we've got for tonight, maybe for 2 nights, because where we are might take a little bit more time to explore, because this whole region obviously is, you know, it's full of the white villages, the Pueblo Blancos. But where we are, and I have been hinting, I have said it, that we were heading here, where we are is kind of like the jewel in the crown. It's big, it's bold, it's beautiful, it's Ronda.